Seniors, stop eating beets until you avoid these 12 dangerous mistakes. Stop. Before you take another bite of that beet salad, you need to hear this. Last week, my neighbor Sharon, she's 67, does everything right with her diet, told me her energy was still terrible and her blood pressure wasn't budging. She'd been eating beets religiously for 6 months, every single day. Turns out she was making mistake number 3, and it was literally sending the most powerful nutrients straight down her kitchen sink. Here's what terrifies me. 9 out of 10 people over 60 are doing the exact same thing. They think they're being healthy, but they're actually robbing themselves of up to 70% of beets' healing power. I'm about to reveal 10 mistakes that could be sabotaging your health right now. And I'm warning you, mistake number 1 is so common, you've probably done it in the last 48 hours without even thinking about it. But here's the crazy part. Fix just 3 of these mistakes, and you could see changes in your energy and circulation within 2 weeks. Don't believe me? Stay until the end. I'll show you exactly why. Smash that like button if you're serious about getting this right. Subscribe to Health Supplied because we're exposing health rules that are actually hurting you. Drop beets in the comments if you eat them regularly. Let's start with number 10. Mistake number 10. Buying old wrinkled beets. Picture this. You're at the grocery store. You grab a few beets from the bin without really looking, toss them in your cart, and head home feeling virtuous. Here's the problem. That sad wrinkled beet in your hand, it's basically a nutritional ghost. The vitamin C that's supposed to help your body produce collagen and fight inflammation? Gone. The antioxidants that protect your blood vessels? Degraded. You might as well be eating expensive cardboard. Within days of starting to shrivel, vitamin C levels can drop by up to 50%. Half the benefit gone just because you didn't know what to look for. So here's what to do. Look for small to medium beets with smooth, taut skin. If the greens are attached, they should be crisp and vibrant, never wilted. When you get home, cut those greens off immediately, leave about an inch of stem, and store the beets unwashed in your crisper drawer in a breathable bag. They'll last 3 weeks with full nutrition. But here's what I need you to remember for mistake number 9, because this one literally made my jaw drop when I learned it. Mistake number 9, throwing away the greens. For years, I chopped off those leafy tops and threw them straight in the trash. Didn't think twice. Then a nutritionist friend told me, you just threw away the most nutrient-dense part of the entire plant. Here's the truth bomb. Gram for gram, beet greens have more nutrients than the root, more than spinach, even more than kale. Vitamin K, calcium, iron, magnesium, vitamins A and C, all concentrated in those leaves. And here's why this matters. Vitamin K prevents calcium from building up in your arteries while directing it into your bones. Magnesium, which over 60% of people over 60 are deficient in, controls nerve function, heart rhythm, and muscle health. You're literally throwing away free medicine. What should you do? Sauté them with garlic and olive oil, toss them into soups or omelets, blend them into smoothies, or chop the young leaves raw into salads. Just wash them well and store separately in a bag with a paper towel. Use within 2 to 3 days. Now, mistake number 8 happens during cooking, and it's stealing nutrients you can't even see disappearing. This one surprised even me. Mistake number 8, skipping salt while cooking. This sounds backwards, but stay with me. Everyone says, cut salt, watch sodium, salt is the enemy. So millions of people cook their beets in plain, unsalted water, and it's actually making them less nutritious. Here's why. Salt isn't just flavor. Sodium ions penetrate beet cells and help your body utilize the potassium and magnesium inside them, the minerals that regulate blood pressure, control muscles, and support nerves. Without salt, those minerals are harder to access. Plus, studies show properly salted cooking water prevents vitamins from leaching out. You keep more folate, vitamin C, and betalains that fight inflammation. You don't need much, just half to 1 teaspoon per pot. If you're watching sodium, use Himalayan pink salt or sea salt for extra trace minerals. Think about it. You'd never boil pasta in plain water, right? Same principle here. But wait until you hear mistake number 7. This one's about a cooking method that's secretly destroying up to 40% of the nutrients, and I bet you're doing it right now. Mistake number 7, only boiling your beets. If boiling is your only method, you're missing out big time. Here's what happens. Beets are loaded with water-soluble vitamins, vitamin C, folate, antioxidants. When you drop them in boiling water, those nutrients leach out into the liquid. Unless you're drinking that beet water, and let's be honest, you're not. You're pouring nutrition down the drain. Plus, boiled beets often taste flat and mushy. No wonder some people think they hate beets. They've only tried them boiled. Here's what changes everything. Roasting. Scrub your beets, leave skins on, wrap in foil, and roast at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. This concentrates their natural sugars, creating caramelized sweetness and firm texture. It's a completely different vegetable. Try steaming for gentler cooking that preserves more nutrients. Or eat them raw, grated into salads. They're crunchy and sweet with 100% vitamin content intact. Variety isn't just about taste. Different cooking methods preserve different nutrients. Rotate your methods and you maximize everything beets have to offer. Now here's where it gets interesting. Mistake number 6 is about storage. And this one mistake could be why your beets go bad in just 3 days instead of lasting 3 weeks. Mistake number 6, poor storage habits. Most people bring beets home, toss them in the fridge as is and forget about them. 3 days later, they're soft and rubbery. A week later, they're trash. Here's what's happening. Beets are living plants even after harvest. If you leave the greens attached, they keep drawing moisture and minerals from the root. That's why beets shrivel so fast. Meanwhile, exposure to air, heat, and light destroys delicate vitamins like C and folate. The fix is simple. Trim greens immediately, leave 1 inch of stem to prevent bleeding. Store beets unwashed, dirt protects them, in a breathable bag in your crisper drawer. They'll last 3 weeks this way. Cooked beets, airtight glass containers in the fridge, up to 5 days max. Bought too many? Roast them, let cool, peel, cube, and freeze in bags. They'll keep 6 to 8 months with most nutrients intact. But mistake number 5 is controversial. A lot of people refuse to do this because they think it's unhealthy. But the science says otherwise, and you need to hear this. Mistake number 5, avoiding canned beets entirely. People assume canned beets are nutritionally worthless. They think only fresh counts as healthy, so they skip canned altogether. Here's the truth. Studies show most fiber, folate, potassium, iron, and betalains survive canning. These are the compounds that lower blood pressure, improve circulation, and reduce inflammation. For busy seniors or when fresh isn't available, canned beets are surprisingly effective. The real issue? Sodium. Some brands pack beets in brine with hundreds of milligrams of salt per serving. But here's the fix. Rinse them under cool water. This removes much of the excess sodium. Better yet, buy low sodium or no salt added versions. And let's talk convenience. Fresh beets take an hour to roast. Canned are ready immediately. Slice into salads, blend into smoothies, warm with herbs, toss into soups. Done. After 60, consistency matters more than perfection. Canned beets help you keep the superfood in your routine without hassle. Now, mistake number 4 is about canned beets too, but this one's about taste. If you've ever wondered why canned beets taste metallic and weird, this is why, and there's a 1-minute fix. Mistake number 4, not blanching canned beets. Ever opened a can of beets and tasted something metallic or tinny? That's not your imagination. It's from the canning process. Canned beets sit in metal containers with brine. Over time, trace elements from the can interact with beet pigments, altering the flavor. Seniors with sharper taste sensitivity notice this more. That metallic taste doesn't just affect enjoyment, it makes you less likely to eat beets regularly. You miss out on heart, brain, and circulation benefits. The fix? Blanching. Drop your canned beets into boiling water for 1 to 2 minutes. This washes away metallic residue and restores natural flavor. Suddenly they taste fresh again, like garden roasted beets. And don't worry, blanching doesn't strip nutrition. Fiber, folate, potassium, and betalains stay intact. You're just removing the canned taste. This is essential for salads where metallic notes are most noticeable. Even if you're cooking them further, blanching makes all the difference. But now we're getting to the big 3. Mistake number 3 is the one my neighbor Sharon was making, and it's costing people thousands of dollars in wasted nutrition every single year. Mistake number 3, pouring out canned beet liquid. This is the one that shocked Sharon. That dark red liquid in the can? Most people pour it straight down the drain. You just threw away liquid gold. That crimson juice is packed with betalains, powerful antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress, support liver detox, and lower inflammation in joints and blood vessels. The canning process lets essential minerals like potassium, folate, and magnesium leach into the liquid. These regulate heart rhythm, blood pressure, and brain function. By dumping it, you're pouring a natural supplement down the sink. But what about sodium? Yes, brine-packed varieties have salt, but adjust your meal seasoning, skip extra table salt, balance with lemon or herbs, or buy low-sodium versions. How to use it? Stir into soups for color and nutrients. Blend into smoothies with berries and yogurt. Whisk with olive oil and vinegar for salad dressing. Mix into hummus. Add to baked goods for natural color. Sharon started using that liquid in her morning smoothies. Within 2 weeks, she noticed more energy and better focus. That waste liquid was exactly what her body needed. Now, mistake number 2 is about flavor. And if you've been eating beets plain, you're not just missing out on taste, you're blocking nutrient absorption. Mistake number 2, eating them plain. Ever eaten a plain boiled beet and thought, this tastes like dirt? You're not wrong, and that's the problem. Beets aren't meant to be eaten naked. The right seasonings don't just improve taste, they help your body absorb more nutrients. Lemon juice or balsamic vinegar, the acid helps extract more iron, boosting energy and circulation. Olive oil provides healthy fats that help absorb beta-carotene, protecting eyes and skin and heart. Herbs like dill, thyme, or rosemary add polyphenols that team up with betalains to crush inflammation. In smoothies, ginger adds anti-inflammatory compounds that enhance beet circulation benefits. Citrus lifts flavor and stabilizes blood pressure. Beets should never be boring. With proper seasoning, you transform them from meh into a superfood experience that excites your taste buds while maximizing health benefits. And now the number 1 mistake. This is the one you've probably made in the last 48 hours. It's so automatic, so ingrained, that you don't even think about it. But it's costing you the most powerful nutrients beets have to offer. Mistake number 1, tossing the peel. Here it is. The biggest mistake, and I guarantee most of you do this without thinking. You grab a peeler, strip off that skin, and toss it in the trash. Seems logical. Get rid of the dirty, rough exterior, right? Wrong. That thin layer you're scraping off contains the highest concentration of betalains, powerful antioxidants that protect your liver, calm joint inflammation, and shield blood vessels from aging damage. The peel is also loaded with fiber that keeps digestion smooth, prevents blood sugar spikes, and controls cholesterol. Peel it away and you're throwing nutrients in the trash before they reach your stomach. Here's what to do instead. Stop peeling. Start scrubbing. Grab a vegetable brush, run beets under cool water, scrub off the dirt. That's it. Once cooked, the skin gets tender and melts into the flesh. Nobody even notices it's there. If texture really bothers you, slip the skin off after cooking. You'll lose fewer nutrients that way. This one change, keeping the peel, can increase the antioxidants you get by 40%. 40%? Just by not peeling. Conclusion. So there you have it. 10 mistakes that are stealing beets' healing power. From tossing the peel to throwing away greens to pouring out that liquid gold. Fix just 3 of these. Keep the peel, save the liquid, season properly, and you'll see real changes. Better energy, improved circulation, steadier blood pressure. Sharon fixed her mistakes 2 months ago. Her energy is back. Her blood pressure dropped 12 points. Same beets, different approach. Now I want to hear from you. Which mistake shocked you most? Which one are you fixing first? Drop it in the comments. If this opened your eyes, smash that like button and share with someone who eats beets. Subscribe to Health Supplied for more truth bombs about foods you thought you knew. Remember, health isn't built overnight. It's built one smart choice at a time. And now you know exactly how to make beets work for you instead of against you. Stay strong, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next video.